cosplay is such a massive topic because I just feel like it's just so massive now, and people like go all out with cosplays nowadays. And I feel like if I were to get into it now, I would be like so intimidated.
I have a funny story for you.
Sure.
I was cosplaying C2 from Code Geass, who love her.
Cinema! I didn't know you did that.
Yeah, I did.
Welcome on in, everybody, to another episode of Baton Pass. We are in person finally forever for the first time forever. I will say this is actually really crazy. I feel like we've been recording Baton Pass in all sorts of different places. We started Baton Pass in Texas.
Yep.
We recorded in New Orleans, Seattle, Paris,
Vancouver. Did we do a Vancouver
We
episode?
did. I don't remember.
Or maybe we got back, but either way, we were together in Vancouver, took pictures.
And now we're in Maryland. It's
know.
Are we just doing like a world tour? Is that what's happening?
Baton Pass is on tour, and I am here for it. This is great, but welcome in, everyone. We're here live from Washington, D.C. in person for our audio listeners. I'm Steph.
I'm V. Hello. Yeah, are we in DC or are we in Maryland? It's one of those. I have no idea. Anyway, the point is that we're here and we're in pretty interesting outfits.
Yes, we are.
For those of you who are watching on YouTube, sorry, audio listeners, but if you're listening to us, we are wearing some particularly French outfits today.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, we're essentially just cosplaying for MAGFest. We are currently at MAGFest 2026. It has been super exciting so far, but it's only day one, so we haven't really explored that much. I haven't been in the past 3 years, so I'm pretty excited about that. And you guys, you skipped a year or something like that.
We skipped a year, yes. So we went to, this might be my fourth MAGFest or so, something like that. So.
Wow, I think this is my second. I'm not even joking, my second. I've been to the Gaylord Resort for KatsuCon a billion years ago, but things have changed, I will say. Now they have security, you have to show your badge before going in. You can't just people just can't just waltz in anymore, which the last time I was at an event here, that didn't happen. So I was just whoa, they're laid up the security and stuff like that, which is good. It's good. But in terms of the merch and the show floor panels and stuff, that really hasn't started yet. So I'm excited to get things going.
It's the very beginning.
But I figured today's a pretty special day because we are in cosplay. We have talked about this before, how we wanted to dress up for a Baton Pass episode, and we're finally here. And I figured this would be a good episode to just talk about cosplay in general. You guys let us know if you guys are on YouTube in the comments. Are you guys into cosplay at all? Anything like that? But we are dressed up as Expedition 33.
Yes! Specifically, a certain alternative outfit, the baguette outfit, if you will.
Yep. I don't have a beret, but I decided to settle on a beanie, and I was I hope that this works.
And I love it. It's such a good way to still have the same feeling, but it's almost more stylish, I feel, or
I made it my own. I made it my own, which is cool. Yeah, and that's something that I could talk about because this is a cosplay oriented episode. But I haven't cosplayed in years. I will be honest. So
when was the last time? What was the last thing you remember cosplaying?
That I remember? Yeah. Oh man, there's probably more, but the one that's prominent to me is that I dressed up as Little Mac from Punch Out or Smash Brothers.
Cute.
But again, I just had green shorts, green gym shorts, and then a tank top and a pink hoodie with some boxing gloves. That was the cosplay. I didn't dress up, I didn't make anything.
Right.
I just went to a store and I was I'll take a tank top, and I just makeshifted it. But I think that's the cool thing about casual cosplays like this. You could just makeshift. I got this off of eBay, okay, or not eBay. Old Navy. I lied. Old Navy. These suspenders were from Kohl's. It's you just figure it out as you go.
Can.
Yeah, it's very, very cool. But man, cosplay is such a massive topic because I just feel it's just so massive now, and people go all out with cosplays nowadays. And I just feel it's so different than how when we used to do conventions when we were in middle school and stuff. We were on a budget, okay? I don't know if you remember your first cosplay at all, but were you try hard when you were first starting to get into cosplay or stuff like that? I feel this is a cool one to get into because we got to talk about our origins and just how cosplays are now and stuff. So what do you think about that?
Oh my gosh, you've just unlocked a core memory.
Very good.
So My first username, we might have talked about this on Baton Pass, I think so, or at least on a
Yes.
Patreon special, was Tamari773.
Sure.
Because I loved Tamari from Naruto. And now that I remember, I think Tamari was my first cosplay.
Very good.
And it was so funny. For those of you who are acquainted with Naruto, she has like 4 buns that are also very spiky, typical like anime spiked out buns. And it was so funny because I, at the time, did not know how to get that hairstyle at all. And I didn't know how to tie buns. So I remember I just made 4 pigtails. 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom. And I had long hair. So they just like,
it was just like sagging.
Yeah.
Do you have pictures of it at all?
No,
they're
I don't
gone
think
forever.
So. Yeah, I don't even know if I had a phone. Like,
ooh, it was in the before times, you guys.
I had a flip phone, I think. Well, actually, it was 2010, but I think I was late to getting an iPhone. Like, I don't think I got one when everyone got an iPhone.
Yeah, I mean, I started with a flip phone. I get it.
Yeah, so it was 2010 for New York Comic Con. That was my first ever convention, and I was.
Was that my first ever convention too? I think so. Yeah, I think we talked about this in the previous episode that you were like, I feel like in an alternate timeline we passed by each other in the New York Comic Con, but we had no idea who we were and stuff. Yeah. I feel like that happened. That has to have happened. That's such weird vibes. But yeah, wow, Tamari.
So I think that was my first cosplay. And I wouldn't say like I tried super hard in that. I mean, I was looking for YouTube tutorials, and I think there were even early on some cosplayers who used Warblaw to like, make foam like armor pieces for costumes and stuff. And I was never that advanced. Yeah. But I definitely tried to, go to stores and see what I
try
could
to
put
figure
together.
it out, right? Yeah, I remember dressing up as Korra from The Legend of Korra. So this is when I had long hair at the time. So it's like I had like the hairstyle going on and whatever. And then I straight up bought the costume. Right. Like I didn't make it at all and whatever. So like I had the full fit that I just found on, I don't know, was it on Amazon at the time? Yeah. Couldn't tell you. But I got the outfit and then I was like, I need shoes. Yeah. And I know Korra wears these specific like winter boots. So it was the first time I ever stepped foot in an UGG store. Oh. And so I was like, guys, this is a really weird request. And I showed them the picture of Korra and they were so helpful. I will never, this was a core memory for me. I was like, I will never forget. It was like, before I had to walk into Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con, I was like panicking. I was like, I need to find these shoes. Yep. I went to the UGG store and they were like, oh girl, we got you. Okay, it looks like this. Maybe you can get these kinds of boots or whatever. And so I had those UGG boots for years. They're not around anymore, but I just remember that specifically making
it's funny you mentioned shoes because as someone who's had to walk many a convention floor, I actually scrap all shoes with all my cosplays. Usually I need something comfortable, which is ironic because right now I definitely brought the wrong shoes to MAGFest, but I've always like just scrapped like, oh, they have a cute shoe design. I need to be comfortable. I need sneakers. So especially my first couple of cosplays, I would just ignore the shoes and not. I just wanted something comfortable. But Uggs are a good idea.
Yeah,
those are comfy,
they're so comfy and warm.
Yeah,
and right now it's currently winter time, so it's like it's perfect. So yeah, and New York Comic Con is like usually October when that happens, so it starts to get chilly and stuff. Yeah, and I had like Korra's outfit, like it was just. You're basically bare arms and stuff. So
was that your first cosplay that you did? Who's the first one you remember?
It was either Korra or I did cosplay as Undyne from I have a really old picture from like a million years ago, but I had the blue paint on my face and stuff. I had this was an ex of mine, but everything's fine. I had an ex of mine, but she made the staff, like the spear. Yeah. So it was like a blue spear made out of like those pipes that you get at like, I don't know, like Home Depot or something like that. Fancy. And sanded it and everything. And then you would get like foam for like the arrow tip and stuff. And it was a really cool staff. I had that for years, like in my first apartment. Like it was just like in the corner there. But I was just like, I just have Undyne staff that I could pick up and like, sweet. lunge a spear attack or something. It was fun. And then I think I just had like regular casual clothes. I bought red boots for Undyne.
What was the paint? Face paint? Body paint? What was was it actual paint for your body?
No, it wasn't. Well, so yes, I bought paint from like from Home Depot or whatever.
You never know. Some people when you start cosplaying,
I will say I think it's because of my complexion. I just don't. Again, it was also my first time. Yeah, that paint did not look great. Like it's like Undyne gives like a kind of like teal kind of color, and I just look straight up like royal blue. Like it did not work out. But I was like, it's fine. It's okay,
I'm thinking now, and I'm sure professional cosplayers, I wonder if there's a level of like color correction that you do before you put on paint to try and like neutralize one base.
Right.
Because it's similar with like, I know a little bit about hair dyeing. Like if you box dye your hair, say you box dye it brown and then you bleach it out and you're like, I'm going to go with this red or this other color.
Okay.
Even though it might look like it's out, it might still be underneath your hair. So it can actually change the tones of certain colors.
That actually happened to me when I was in high school. Well, I don't know if that's what you were referring to, but I tried to like, so I have really dark, like brown hair, and I tried to, my first dye was like red. And so it's like something you did not see unless like direct sunlight hit me, and then you could really see the red off of my hair at the time. Yeah, so it just reminded me of that. That's interesting.
There's a lot of color science, basically.
Yeah, but I didn't know that. I just wanted to cosplay my favorite Undertale character.
Royal blue is still a good color. I think that's still Undyne energy.
I gotta show you that photo. Maybe I can find it while we're talking or something like that, because it's definitely like deep in my Instagram. If you guys follow me on Instagram,
but, part of me wonders. I didn't do the history lesson before our episode when cosplay first got started, because I think it's cool that anime games is more mainstream now, and so we see more cosplay. But I'm sure there were the early adopters, right? Like even in like the 80s, 90s. I mean, even like Star Trek cosplay. I feel like
Star Wars, Darth Vader, and like that kind of stuff. That was like way back in the day. I wonder what they did back then, right?
The comic cosplayers walked, so everyone else could
That
run,
is so true. I can't. Oh, there it is. There's a photo.
You found that so fast.
It's deep in my Instagram. You just have to scroll all the way down. You just have to scroll all the way down. You'll see it or whatever. But yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you, and then the viewers can watch it too. But yeah,
viewers, go to V's Instagram, scroll all the way down, and you'll see it public. I love it.
Yeah, that was back in 2016.
Oh, I like the wig too. You've got the ponytail.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the wig. Yeah, it was so complicated, and I was like panicking because like at the time I was like running late. Like Comic-Con had already started, and I was just like, we need to go. And my mom was like, she was like helping me with like the paint and stuff like that. But like we made it work. We made it work, and I was walking around. I think I got like a couple of photos and whatever, but it wasn't like crazy. I think my cosplays, like except for this one, because we walked out for MAGFest for like 5 minutes and people were like recognizing us immediately. People were recognizing us. No photos yet, but it was definitely like, we know what you're cosplaying as.
I don't know if we told everyone part of why we're doing this cosplay today of all days.
That's true.
And that is at 10 p.m. tonight, there is going to be a giant Expedition 33 cosplay meetup specifically for the baguette outfit.
Yep.
So there might be hundreds of us
late
at night at MAGFest.
Actually, I don't know if it's here, but do we still have that stale baguette? It's somewhere.
Someone took it, I think, as a prop. But yeah, one of our friends, honestly, this is tragic as someone who loves baguette bread, like bought fresh from a bakery the day before the flight 2 baguettes and wants them to go stale for the prop so that they can carry it around.
How did you guys get through TSA with a baguette? Like, did they ask questions?
Our friend has TSA pre-check and I don't have TSA pre-check, so I don't know.
Oh, well, there you go.
We were in a different line.
That's fine. The pre-check people, they don't care. They're like, oh, bread? Okay, sure.
Well, yeah, I don't know if bread... I know you can't do dairy products and meat. I think bread might be okay.
That's interesting.
Somebody fact check us on that.
But that was pretty funny. But yeah, I just thought that cosplay would be such an interesting topic to talk about, because you were saying like at this point now I think it's always been a thing, but like professional cosplayers, people do this professionally. There's a cosplayer that I follow on Instagram. His name is like Leon Chiro or something like that. He's Italian.
Ooh.
He's the most buff man you've ever seen in your life, but then he cosplays as like these iconic characters. Like I think his most recent cosplay that I saw was Sid from Final Fantasy 16.
Oh, sick.
So he's just ripped, but he's dressed up as Sid or whatever. He does other characters too.
Coolest cosplay you have seen at a convention? Who was it and which convention was it at?
I think it would probably be like one of the big ones. So like in New York Comic-Con when someone dresses up as like Optimus Prime, but they have like the full like gigantic like
moving animatronics.
Yeah, and they're just like walking around taking up the entire room.
Yeah.
Those are like my favorites because first of all, you probably had to get jurisdiction to get in with all of that stuff, and for it to be like it's a safe cosplay, nothing like that. So it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And then I also think about just in that topic of professional cosplayers, there's also photographers of cosplays that like go
That's
crazy.
A whole industry.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like cosplay has grown so much. And I feel like if I were to get into it now, I would be like so intimidated. This feels casual. This feels just like fun. But it's like if I wanted to dress up as like a current character, like I don't know why this character popped up in my head, but Pomni from the Amazing Digital Circus. Have you seen that
I have
show?
not seen that show.
You should watch the Amazing Digital Circus.
What is this?
It's a YouTube series. It's free. It's from I think it's like Glitch Productions or something like that. But it's like it's so,
cool.
I can't explain it to you. It's one of those that you have to watch. It's very quirky. It's giving like Undertale, Homestuck. It's giving like that.
Oh yeah,
that kind of energy. But it's so good. It's so
I think
good.
you should do it. I think on one hand, while it can be really overwhelming to get into cosplay, I think
that's how I feel.
think while that's true, I also think you can use it to express yourself. It doesn't have to be that serious, you know? Like, you could just be like, I'm gonna do something casual, and then like, I think whether you buy it or you love the craft of making it, I think people are pretty chill for the most part. Like, nobody's gonna be like, oh, you bought that cosplay? Like,
no,
ew, you know.
But it's also like, I do want to like give justice to the character that I'm like portraying and stuff like that. This is kind of just like generic Expedition 33 character. Like, I'm not trying to
I
be
don't have
like,
to wear a wig. You know, we were talking about wigs earlier, which, by the way, when it comes to cosplay, one of my banes of my existence, because they're so beautiful. Like, I love a good wig. And also for anime characters specifically, I think it makes you pop way more than your natural hair. However, they get messy super easily. Also, they're very hot. Like, your head gets really warm. I have a funny story for you.
Sure.
I was cosplaying C2 from Code Geass, who love her.
Cinema! I didn't know you did that.
Yeah, I did.
That's cool.
That was maybe in 2012. Fun fact, on my Instagram, I do have a cosplay reel or highlight thingy.
Oh, nice.
So if anyone wants to see some of my cosplays, some of them are there. I don't know if C2's there. That was an early one. I should redo that
Would you
cosplay.
redo C2?
Yes, but the wig is unsavable. Like, it is a tangled net monstrosity.
You still have it?
Yeah, I have a whole box of cosplay stuff.
But you said it's a jumbled mess. Why don't you just get rid of it?
Because it was $40.
Okay.
But anyway, I don't want to get rid of it. So my hope is I could detangle it. I think there's no hope. It. But my point is, so even back, like, the sad thing with wigs is sometimes if you don't really take care of them, have a wig head, which at the time I had no space where I lived to really have like a wig head display. So, you know, they go in a drawer, they get tangled. So, you know, I would brush out most of it, but like some of the back and the bottom of the wig would get tangled. And as I was walking either near Comic-Con or some other East Coast convention, I was walking and somebody's bag hooks to my wig as they're walking like perpendicular.
Oh my God,
to me.
and it just like yanked off?
It didn't yank off because I secured my wig with bobby pins and like I did. So instead I go getting dragged by this person and it's loud. So I'm like, excuse me. They don't realize I'm talking to them. So it's like 5 minutes that I'm just trailing behind them.
There is no way. 5 minutes?
And then they're like, oh, and I'm like, sorry, I'm stuck to you right now.
I would have, first of all, I would have screamed. I would have screamed, even after like a minute. I would be like, get off me. Oh my God, that's crazy.
So I dislike wigs for that. But they're so pretty in photo shoots. So that's why I like this. The fact that we can be in this Expedition 33 and
just be casual about it.
I don't need a wig, stuff like that. But wigs are so nice. They look so pretty, but they're so high maintenance.
Yeah, I feel that. It's just, it's definitely the intimidating factor for me, especially since, I mean, I'm not going to get crazy into the topic, but because of my complexion, there's some people who are like, you can't cosplay this, you can't cosplay that. And I think that's dumb, right? That's why I cosplayed Korra.
Yeah.
That's why I cosplayed like Undyne, because it's like, what are you gonna do? Like, you know what I mean? Like, cosplay is like a
cosplay
darker
should be
complexion.
for everyone. I think gatekeepers suck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, anyway, there's like an intimidation factor with that. Like, I'm trying to think of like a character that I've always wanted to cosplay, but it's like I can't think of one off the top of my head. There's cosplays that I've wanted to do, but then I would think about that, and then I'll just be like, maybe not. Would you ever do Tamari again? Since you were talking about C2.
Gosh. You know, I think I would do it for some memes or for like a milestone, but you know,
is she still your favorite character?
Okay, you read my mind, because honestly, I don't think I have a connection to Tamari at all anymore. Just
oh my
gosh.
As
a kid, I thought she was so cool.
She is so cool.
But I kind of, maybe it's just been that long since I watched Naruto, but I feel like I've forgotten a lot. Like, I feel I would need to just rewatch the series.
To be fair, Kishimoto is kind of bad at writing female characters. Anyway, unless it's like Sakura, I guess. I don't know.
Debatable. I mean, it takes so long for her character development that it's
crazy.
Annoying.
And then she has one arc that's good, and it's like, okay, well, that's it.
So, I mean, that anime has a special place in my heart. I think especially for like, you know, I don't know if I would be into anime. That was one of the first ones that I got like obsessed with, like that I got really like hooked into. So I love the show overall, but character-wise, I have no attachment to her now.
That's fair.
As a kid, I guess I did, but now not so much. So I wouldn't feel it in this. I'm trying to think, who would I want to cosplay now?
I was gonna say, like, I would try to think of like basically what would be my dream cosplay, and it's kind of for me like in the sense of I would have all the money in the world to make everything like perfect and stuff like that. Because honestly, props to the professional cosplayers. Some of them make this stuff like they do the sanding, they do the stitching, whatever, like making the dress or making the armor or whatever, like they go all out for this stuff, or they make the wigs and things, and I'm like, versus buying them off of wherever. And honestly, that takes a lot of dedication, it's a lot of money. Some of my favorite things, like especially when New York Comic Con happens, is I see like the TikToks or the reels of someone being like, how much did your cosplay cost? And then be like, it cost $700. I'm like, what do you do to wear it for like 4 days? Okay. If that, maybe one day, or something like, I'm like, oh my God, this is so nuts. It's so crazy. But the dedication, that means you really either love that series or love the character and stuff. Like I love, like Expedition 33 is one of my favorite games of all time. So I had to do this.
I think a cosplay that I would love to do, that's like, it's kind of realistic, but also like you said, very high maintenance. I'd have to be really dedicated. Have you seen Madoka Magica?
Yeah.
Yeah. And like her, if you know the end, like her, like one of her final outfits, like the really cool one. I've seen those Madokas around different anime conventions, but I think I would want to do something like that. And also make it a group cosplay experience.
Ooh.
Actually, you know who I'd want to take a chapter out of? I love Evolution cosplays.
Yeah.
Evolution.
Oh, yes.
I would love.
Shout out to Evolution cosplays on Instagram, all the things.
I would want to do like, I've always wanted to do like a, girl group Evolution
full
setup.
Dress and whatever. Yeah. Oh, she does such good stuff. And that's how she's iconic, because whenever you go to Pokemon events, if you see that like big puffy dress of like Eevee or any of the Evolution, you're like, it's her. It's like, okay, that's just iconic. The fact that they know who you are from the get up, from the outfit and stuff. It's so good. Man, I'm trying to think of what I would do. Like there's so many iconic characters, especially like nowadays, that I would really love to do. Like I'm trying to think, like I love I wouldn't cosplay it, but like I'm just thinking of like complex costumes.
Or just, characters or costumes you think are
Bakugo's
cool.
costume is like it's incredible.
Oh my gosh. You would rock a version of Bakugo.
Really?
I also personally love like gender swap cosplays and stuff. Or like,
that's another topic. Oh my gosh. Yep.
I would love, or like, when people make it their own, right? But you take, versions of it and change it up, I've thought about, with Carlos and I, we haven't committed to doing this, but we thought it would be so cute to do like a gender swap Lloyd and
Lord and Yor
from Spy Family, because I was like, how do I not have to wear a wig? And I'm like, what if I do the green suit and then Carlos could do a version? Like we were like, can we do like figure
Who's
something
Anya?
out? Looker.
That would be so
pink
cute.
Wig on Looker.
Looker would not like that
No,
at all.
he would chew on it so fast.
For those of you who don't know, Looker is the family dog, I guess.
Yeah.
Yo, it's crazy. So props to the people who do cosplay professionally. Another thing about Leon Chiro, to go back to him briefly, is that I think he's like an official cosplayer for like certain League of Legends characters and stuff like that. So it's like he is like contracted to be this character whenever something happens.
Well, Larian, at every convention, they usually hire professional cosplayers for the booth too, which is cool.
Oh my God, I think that happened at PAX West. I think when Tekken 8 was like being promoted, there was like an official Kazuya and like what, or was it Street Fighter? It was one of those, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Cosplayers are so cool, but it's also like, I'm poor, okay? I don't have, but then I look at your perspective where you're like, well, it doesn't have to be expensive. You could just like do casual, whatever. But I want to do it justice.
Well, the alternative is also just spend years getting good at the craft, and then you can make it for a lot less money. I think people can make $1,000 cosplay for less. It's just you have to become very good at crafting,
like savvy,
and you have to take many, many weeks. Like, have you ever sat in on a cosplay contest?
No, I don't think so.
Those are always really fun, and I think most everyone makes those cosplays when they enter the cosplay contest. So not only are you like, wow, you're modeling this fantastically, but you know, they talk about the process of making the weapons and making everything. And
I also want to try to like cosplay things that are like semi unique. Like it's not one of those like been there, done that, but it's like definitely there's some oversaturated cosplays. Like for example, like Master Chief. I feel like I see a Master Chief in every convention ever that I go to, or I see like a Scout Regiment, Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Like,
I've done that one. I've done Scout. I've done,
see, but that's
I've done
what I'm
that.
saying.
Yeah.
But then again, this is kind of generic too at this point. Like in this day and age, I feel like everyone's doing an Expedition 33 thing, but it's probably because of the simplicity of it.
Yeah.
So I always see like a Link cosplay and whatever, but that's just iconic. I don't know. That's why I like doing Undyne so much. I always reference the Undyne one because I feel like, yes, people are cosplaying it, but it's like it's really complicated and it's like you really have to like dedicate.
No one can get out of bed and be like, I'm being Undyne today.
Yeah, like I could just walk around. Yeah, exactly. A lot of people do Frisk, right? From Undertale, because all you need is like, or Kara or whatever. Yeah, you just need like a sweater. And then you're just walking around and you're like, yup, it's me. Yep. So I don't know.
What character, I mean, because this can relate to cosplay, but just characters in media do you think have like the most cool, complex outfits?
I would have to like, because here's the thing, like I like cosplays that can be simple, but then it can also be like over the top.
Yeah.
I'll just say a generic one, but Princess Peach.
Oh,
you can just get like
There's
a
so
random
many versions you can do also.
But then some people make like the most like amazing looking pink dress, like fully like custom made with all these little things, all these little like Easter eggs. And I'm like, this is like the coolest dress I've ever seen in my life. It's so cool. So I don't know. I would have to like think of like characters like throughout like media, because it's not just comics, it's not just anime, but now it's video games and stuff as well, like how we're doing. I'm so excited for this meetup, guys. Oh my gosh. And there's even some cosplays I'm curious as to what everyone's gonna be, because it's been a couple of years since I've been to a convention that's not Pokemon related. So I'm just like, what are people dressing up as now? For you and me
specifically, like, you know, our partners have actual work reasons to, you know, be here, but
we're here for fun.
We're here for fun. We're chilling. So it's nice to just be able to relax and, you know, participate in a whole bunch of stuff, which speaking of, you're going to do the Mario Kart tournament, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever talked about your Mario Kart experience? I know we're baton passing quickly, but I'm curious.
That's fine. Yeah. So I have one. Did I win I won a couple of Mario Kart tournaments from Mario Kart 8. Yeah. But I saw, oh my gosh, guys. So right now we're recording on a Thursday. So on the Friday night, like I think the tournament starts at like 11 p.m. and I'm gonna die.
Are you gonna train or are you just gonna go
I think I'm just gonna go.
Yeah. Is it muscle memory for you, or are there certain things you feel like you have to practice?
I think I might do a couple of races because I've been playing a lot of Mario Kart World recently, and it's a very different game. So I wish there was a Mario Kart World tournament, but it's fine. It's okay. They have like Double Dash, and I'm just like, that's a GameCube game I haven't played in like 15 years.
Yeah.
But 8, I feel like I can easily like muscle memory, like you said, get back to it. As long as I got my character and my build, I think I'm good. But it's funny, I don't think of myself as good. I don't think I'm a good player, but somehow when I go into tournaments, I'm like in the semis or like, you know, or I do semi well. I probably won't do well this weekend because I just jinxed myself.
We'll report back. Oh my gosh, from the future.
Have you done any gaming tournaments or anything like that?
Ooh, at a convention? No, I chicken out. But I guess
well,
for me,
here, you know what? I'm just gonna announce now she's gonna be a part of the Uma Musume tournament that's happening.
Maybe there is an in-person Uma Musume, and the thing is, I don't know how it's gonna work. I know there's a PvP that you can like set up a room and like do races, but I've never done that with Uma. I've only ever done the the global competition.
I feel like you're so invested to Uma Musume at this point. You in this podcast have introduced me to this game. I feel like it's just integrated into your life. I think you need to do a tournament.
Let it be known to everybody who's listening, I've been trying to pull for Christmas Oguri Cap and Uma Musume, and today got 2 regular old 3-star characters who are like from 8 months ago, and I'm so sad about it. Literally, V heard me this morning be like, ugh.
Yeah, I think I was just like, I don't know, I was just like brushing my teeth or something like that. I just hear, and I'm like, what happened? She's like, I didn't get the horse I wanted.
All my carrots. It's tragic.
It's carrots.
Yeah, carrots are how the currency.
It's the gems.
The gems are carrots. You feed your horses.
Which is so funny because we had to go down to the lobby to like just do some like minor, like we had to ask a question, and she pointed out like 2 Uma Musume cosplays. Speaking of cosplays.
Actually, how could I have not? I would do an Uma Musume cosplay.
Who would you cosplay as?
Oh, okay. If I had unlimited budget, my favorite Uma right now is Smart Falcon. She's
Smart
cute.
Falcon.
She's extra idol-esque. I mean, all of the horse girls are idols and training to be idols as well as athletes, but she is especially cute. And so I still love Haru, but I think Smart Falcon's my number one right now.
Whoa.
I love her. She's so
I feel like she has a very complicated dress.
I know.
The
it's
only
so
character I
cute.
know is Haru Urara. That's
Yeah.
the only one I know. Oh, and Gold Ship. Those are the only
Yep.
two that
I'll
I got.
teach you all of them
Oh,
eventually.
God.
Each Baton Pass episode will teach you one new Uma.
So tell me about Smart Falcon then.
Okay, so here's what's tragic. What I can tell you is that she's one of the only other dirt racers alongside Haru.
Okay.
So they can either be on turf or dirt as their like aptitude for, because every horse girl's got different stats. So like, are they better on a turf track or are they better on a dirt track? You know, are they better for long distance races or medium races? Like every horse has different stats.
Mm-hmm.
And there's not that many who are good on dirt tracks. So Haru is very good, but if you don't want to train Haru, it's very difficult. Like if your favorite's Gold Ship, good luck on a dirt track unless you like spend a million hours like using the legacies and the parents and all that. You can get one. It's very complicated.
Yeah.
So Smart Falcon also is great for dirt. I don't have her. I haven't.
Is that the one
her.
that you've been trying to pull?
I've been trying to pull for her for forever, but I missed her banner, which means that it's like, this is why it's frustrating that right now it's the Christmas Oguri banner, so it's a higher chance to pull her. But I pulled some characters from like a billion other banners ago and not Smart Falcon, so yeah, I haven't pulled her yet.
Yeah.
I'm trying, but I would.
You're getting rage baited right now.
Yeah, it's been rough.
That's so unfortunate.
It's been rough.
So you would cosplay as this
I would
character.
cosplay as her. I think. Oh, it'd be cool to be on a group. I'd want to do a group with everyone being different Umas.
What if there was an Uma Musume like cosplay meetup?
I think there is one this weekend. I have to go just to take pictures of everybody.
Oh my, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That would be so cool.
So cute.
I just feel like, and there's like a million of them, right?
Yeah.
There's like a million characters.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
God. This is so complicated. I feel like it feels like Pokemon. Like it's so hard to get into because there's like a bunch of them.
But on the flip side with cosplay, they also all wear the same school uniform. So if you chose to cosplay the school uniform, all you need is a different colored wig. And then then like
the ears.
Yeah. And then you'd be set. Like you could be like 5 different Umas for the price of one.
Do you think I could be any of them?
Ooh, oh, well, I showed you her this morning, but Meijiro Ryan is the one you said you liked. With the short hair.
Ryan?
Yeah.
Oh, like Ryan, like the
that
male. Oh, whoa, they
girl's,
look cool.
I think you would rock that cosplay.
She's giving gender fluid, and I love her. What the heck? Oh my God, these characters are so cool. Guys, I can't get into gacha games. I just can't do it. Even Pokemon Go, I was telling you, even Pokemon Go, like there's raids where it's like at a certain point, if I'm raiding a Pokemon, I don't get the shiny, I'm just like, I'm good. Like I definitely hit a brick wall when it came to like gacha pulls and like loot boxes and things like that. And I can't do it anymore. I will go crazy. I'll go insane.
I'm trying to stay free to play on any gachas that I play. So the only reason I play Uma is I like the gameplay loop. I think it's fun.
What would get you to pull the trigger on spending money in Uma?
Well, if it was more affordable, I would. I think right now I think it's in the same way. I'm personally against spending like $40 for a skin, and I know that in both League of Legends and even Pokemon Unite, unfortunately, they've priced some of these skins at like $40 a skin. Yeah.
That's how it is now in Unite?
Yeah.
No.
So only like the most animated. So not every skin. Some skins are like
it's the 15. Ones with like those
extra animations.
Yes.
But I don't know if it's just because in Unite there's not a lot. It would feel different if there were a lot of basic skins than maybe the $40 like whale skin.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like there's not that many options for like Glaceon, for example. I waited. They give you once a year like a 50% off coupon. So I did spend $25 for a Glaceon skin, but even
but how many hours you spend on Glaceon?
Right.
It makes sense.
That makes sense. But I think with Uma, like I just wish the pricing was a little bit different. But I don't know. I guess that's economics. I don't, I'm one person, and I don't know if other people are like, yeah, I'll spend $25 for a chance at a 10 pull, and for me, I'm like, that's a little much for
I wonder if that's why it's so expensive, is because there's such an insane massive fan base at the moment for Uma Musume, and like didn't it win like mobile game of the year or something like that?
And you know what, everyone was hoping we'd get like, oh, let's get all these carrots. They gave us a ticket that let you get one free like pull in like a banner, so you didn't even get like a 10 pull. You got a free ticket to get one potential good horse girl.
I feel like Genshin did the same thing. They were like, "Yay, we won mobile or whatever. We won game of the year or whatever it was. Here's the most minor, like
Yeah.
minuscule, like reward for everybody and stuff. Versus, I will say, Pokemon Masters is actually pretty generous.
Yes, that's why I
with
was
their
playing
gems
it.
and
Mhm.
stuff. Yeah, so it's like I'm not like deep in it as much as I want to be,
Yeah.
but like I guarantee you, if I log in right now, I probably have like 500,000
Yeah.
like gems to like spend to like pull whatever.
I've always been very impressed with their generosity, because even during Pokemon Presents, I remember they're like 3,000 gems for an anniversary. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I'm logging in right now.
Yeah, it's actually pretty generous. Like the
Yeah.
game's pretty good. I don't know what people complain about for Masters specifically. I'm not like deep in it, but I
Yeah.
feel like there is complaints about the game in general. I'm just waiting for Jason to come out, and then I'm gonna
in
pull her.
Masters?
Oh, forget
Yes.
it. That's what I'm spending all my gems just to make sure I get her. I'll get the pity pool, as you say. Like, who cares?
Yeah. Just well, I know. I wonder what pity is in Masters. I don't remember.
I have
I
no
think it's
idea.
still kind of long. Like usually they're like around 80 pulls or something like that.
Mhm.
I had to stop Masters only because the story and like the progressing was actually so good. I was spending too much time on my phone. Like I was like not being productive. Like I was treating it almost like I was sitting there playing on a Steam Deck, and I'm like, wait, this is my phone. I gotta get off this thing.
Oh
like
my god!
I gotta be productive.
Whoa!
Yeah.
So you just stopped cold turkey?
I had to, yeah, because for me, I can't do
Couldn't you
moderation.
I was gonna say you should put a limit on
I
yourself.
can't. It's impossible.
You should put a limit.
I have no self-control, V.
No.
There's no one to stop me.
Yes, there is. You can stop you.
What's that?
No, that's usually what I do. I usually like if it's a mobile game specifically, I think I would put max an hour because there's other stuff to do.
You know how there's focus apps that can like lock your phone while you work? I need an app that's so intricate that it'll notice me open Pokemon Masters after an hour, say, okay, once you finish this quest, and it shuts off the app for me.
Like closes it?
I need it to like control it for me.
I think the worst thing that the iPhone specifically does is that like I think it's in the beginning of the week they'll be like,
how many hours?
Yeah, like on average they're like, you spend 5 hours on average on your phone. I'm like, thanks, that makes me feel real good. Like what the heck? I don't know.
And like per day or something.
Yeah,
right?
or something.
I forget if it tells you the per day or
I think
per week.
I thought it was on average.
Like on average per day.
On average per day.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yes.
On average, I always feel a little uncomfortable with that.
I feel crappy about it. I'm trying to be on my phone a lot less.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But granted, you and I both do work in social media, so I feel there's some level where it makes sense for us. Like, it's like an 8-hour workday in a weird way.
We did trade in Pokemon Go today.
We did!
Yeah, so we got some lucky stuff, and that was pretty fun.
Yes.
So it's like when it's stuff like that, like I think that's fun. That's casual
Yeah.
play, stuff like that. We're not like doom scrolling and like being emo or
Yeah.
anything like that. So yeah, hey, be on your phone less. Unless
That's
you're watching
true.
this podcast on your phone. Then
In which case, thanks. We appreciate you.
Oh my
I
gosh.
think podcasts are actually okay. This is an interesting baton pass that gets meta. Where is the place that you listen to podcasts the most if you do listen?
YouTube, 100%. Yeah.
But also, is it during a commute while you're doing chores, or are you like locked in, focused, like watching the video?
It depends. I think I really am a video watcher.
Yeah.
It takes a lot for me. Like, I think if I'm just doing like regular chores
Yeah.
or something like that, I think I just listen to music and I just let it like happen. But I think that's also the Spanish part in me.
Yeah.
Like my mom, when she blasts music, she's like, we are cleaning the house. We are
Yeah.
cleaning the house. Like if you're Spanish, like
Yes.
when your mom or your grandma blast the music, it is time to clean. We gotta go.
Yeah.
So I think I've adopted that
Yeah.
and stuff. But yeah, when it comes to like a podcast or like a really long like video, like I watch my Critical Role and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I'm sat
Yeah.
and I pay attention and I watch. I think I've dabbled with audiobooks like a little bit,
Yeah.
but I have to be like laying in bed, like basically like getting ready to go to sleep.
Winding down
Yeah,
for the
winding
night,
down for the
yeah.
night. Exactly. That's the only reason why I would put up an audiobook. But otherwise, yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I'm the same way, and I'm grateful. Of course, audio only is great if you're driving. If you're on the road somewhere, awesome for that. But
Yeah.
I do prefer a video, which is why when we started Baton Pass, I was like, we definitely need a video feed because I like getting to watch the people sit and talk and have
Yeah.
expressions, and so
I
I
agree.
usually like to find the video form on YouTube if possible.
Mhm.
Occasionally, I'll listen on Spotify or listening platform, but Yeah, YouTube's
I don't
the
drive
way.
that often, so that's
Yeah.
probably why I don't really do like, I guarantee you if I were to drive, like, a lot often, then, yeah, I would probably have a podcast up on the car or something
Yeah.
like that, but otherwise, yeah.
Yeah, I like to be really immersed in it because a
Mhm.
lot of people I talk to are like, "Yeah, I'm listening to the podcast while I'm doing dishes, while I'm doing
Which is
chores,"
good.
which I think is awesome.
If you're doing dishes right now, shout out to
Yeah,
you.
you're the best. Keep it up. Or if you're procrastinating your dishes, maybe it's time to do them. We
Oh,
can be
this
your
is your
accountability
ding,
buddy.
ding, ding, it's time. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I've actually been trying to get my mom to do that, like, cause she was a big reason why I started reading, like, in general when I was
Mhm.
younger. But I think it's just because of life, but she's been reading a lot less. And I'm like,
Mm.
Mom, there's audiobooks. Like, and she commutes to work all the
Yeah.
time easily, like, I want to say 30 minutes, let's just say. And I'm like, Ma, you could just that's a chapter. Like,
Yeah.
you could just read a whole chapter while you're driving to work. She's like, she kind of like
Yeah.
brushes it off. And I'm
Aw.
like, you need to read again,
A little
Mom.
goes a long way. Book
Yeah.
update for you. Have you ever read Brandon Sanderson stuff?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I've been
Are
wanting
you reading?
to. I've been wanting to.
Get the hell out.
Oh!
This is the greatest day of my life. What? No way.
I started.
You started Mistborn?
I started Way of Kings. Is that the first book?
Whoa. Okay, you started Way of Kings.
Is that the one? Was Mistborn a different series? What is Mistborn?
It's
Oh no.
no.
Should I start that one instead?
No.
Way of Kings is like 1,000 pages.
Okay, so
Help.
whoa, that was a lot. All right, Brandon Sanderson talk Baton Pass. Here we
Okay,
go.
woo!
Okay, so my Brandon Sanderson journey, I started with a standalone book called Tress of the Emerald Sea. It was a
Ooh.
standalone. It is not a series. I get very intimidated by series.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, let's see if he has a standalone. Oh, look at this one. Oh, it's about pirates.
Yeah.
I love pirates. I'll, read that. I was locked in. I
Yeah.
was locked in. Turns out that this standalone book is a part of the overarching universe that he created in all of his series and
Ooh.
stuff like that. So I'm waiting for the book that'll get me connected to Tress of the Emerald Sea, and I'll be like,
Yeah.
oh, no way, it's
Yeah.
that, So they're all connected.
Yeah.
From what I heard, I think the best book to start is Mistborn. That's what the overarching Brandon Sanderson community tells people
Yeah.
to start with Mistborn. And if you're not locked in Mistborn, I don't know what to
Yeah.
tell you. But I think The Way of Kings is also a good start. I think you can start anywhere because I
Yeah.
started with a standalone.
Well, yeah, because I heard everyone talking about Stormlight
Archive,
Archives, which is the
mhm.
series that everyone, I don't know, is one of the more popular ones from Brandon
Mhm.
Sanderson. I was like, I want to know what people are talking about. I want to
Oh
get in.
my God.
So I downloaded on the plane to start it.
What?
Yeah.
It is a commitment.
Yeah.
If you're getting into the Brandon Sanderson universe, I'm with you. Good luck to us.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's a commitment. It's like the equivalent of like, oh man, I'm trying to think of like a good equivalent. It's funny because Sarah J. Maas also has like a big
Yes.
overarching series that's like kind of similar. Like, I don't know if it's kind of similar. Watch someone be like, you're actually wrong.
Yeah.
I haven't read these books, okay?
Yeah.
I'm working on it. I'm currently reading, if you're watching on YouTube, you can see it, but I'm reading Carabasis by R.F.
Oh
Kuang.
yeah, for audio listeners, we found a way to have our mic stands, and it's the most
It's bootleg,
yeah,
but it's
bootleg,
fine.
that's a good word for it. It's
Yeah.
the most bootleg thing. I've got a granola bar or
Nature Valley
box that's holding up the mic right now, and yeah, you've got a good
versus
book.
us like holding it with our hands and
Yeah.
stuff. We will get stands for our microphones. I promise you. We're
I mean,
20 X episodes in.
Listen,
but-
we have them when we record remotely, but in person, it's a lot to bring 2 mic stands. it's a lot to fit
Mhm.
in the suitcase. It makes everything heavy. I'm pretty sure every time we pack, we're like super close to the weight limit every time.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it's because you bring a lot of like fashion related stuff, and
Dresses,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
and that brings the weight
My
up.
makeup bag is
That is
heavy.
Which is funny because I'm calling you out
Yeah.
because I looked at her makeup bag. She was like, "You can look," and I was like, "Do you need all of this?" And she goes, "No."
Listen, but it's a collection of okay, actually, maybe I shouldn't say this on the podcast because someone's going to comment that your makeup expires, and you probably shouldn't use it. But
It's fine. It's fine. You paid money for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wash your face, take it off every night. You'll be okay. It's true. A lot of makeup does expire and you probably should change it up. But
Really?
it's so frustrating to be, makeup rant.
Here we go.
So many products are like $50, $60 for like high-end foundations and all these other things.
Mhm.
And then even if you're using just a little bit at a time, if it expires within a year, you don't use the whole
It
bottle.
expires in a year?
Well, yeah. Most
That's
makeup you have a
dumb.
year and then they're expired.
What?
And so they tell you to like throw it out, get rid of it. And so it's so sad because like that's a huge commitment to like have to keep spending
I
on
wonder how
stuff.
people like, I guess preserve it. Is that a thing? Like preserving
There,
makeup?
there are some things you can do. For example, actually storing makeup in your bathroom is not necessarily the best because, like, you
Is it
literally
because of
using
like
the
the
bath.
steam and like that kind of
Yeah,
stuff? Does
yeah,
that
more
mess it up?
humid temperatures, which will make bacteria grow faster inside of it.
I see.
Also, I know this is a little not TMI, but everyone should know. I guess it's like when you use the bathroom and you flush, technically there's above the toilet there's germs and things
Yeah,
that are
yeah. No, it's
floating in
true.
the air,
It's
right?
true. It's true.
So that stuff can get into the makeup if it's all in the same room.
But it's
So
in a clasp. I guess
yeah,
it doesn't matter.
yeah,
Germs are
or
germs.
well, yeah, I don't know. So I'm not a scientist.
I'm not a makeup user.
Yeah, but
So
they say that if you put your makeup, for example, like in your bedroom and not in your bathroom, it can help it last a little longer. And it also depends, does your makeup have like active ingredients in it or does it not?
Right,
Like I
right.
think powders, for example, probably don't expire as quickly, but are you washing your brushes? And if you're not, then you're getting germs that are on the brushes from the dust and all that into the
Oh
makeup.
God.
Yeah.
That's so
It's the whole
complicated. So,
thing.
but it's like a lot of maintenance for like literally everything.
Right.
Oh my
Who's
God.
got time for this?
That's what I'm saying. Like we gotta go.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. That's the
Yeah.
Northeasterner in me. Is like we
But
gotta move.
I love makeup for expressing, and actually, let's bring this to cosplay.
Whoa!
Cosplay makeup, so fun.
Sure.
I love doing makeup for a cosplay, like, or doing like special eyeshadow colors or like using eyeliner to draw designs. Like
Yeah.
that is so fun to me, is getting to do that.
It's pretty expressive. There's actually, I've seen a couple of people. This is random. Here he goes.
Yeah.
There's a Five Nights at Freddy's character that's like a mixture of like the sun and the moon. I
Ooh,
forgot their
yeah.
name or whatever. If you play FNAF, you know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. But it's like, I saw someone do like facial like makeup
Yeah.
where it's like half sun, half moon, but it's kind of like in a crescent, like, or like an S
Ooh.
shape and whatever. And I was just like, this is so insanely like, did you do this yourself or did you
Yeah.
have like another like that they did it themselves?
Wow.
So like they did that all on their
Oh,
face
it's
and they were
so
just like they probably
cool.
spent like an hour just like painting their
Mhm.
face and stuff. I think that stuff is really cool. And it's all like
Yeah.
makeup, face paint,
Yeah.
all that stuff that I don't think I will ever get into. I just don't like stuff on my face.
Would you let like someone do your makeup? Could I do your makeup one
Yeah,
day?
for like if it's an event,
Yeah,
right?
for
Like
a
if it's a
bit.
wedding,
Yeah.
I'll be like, yeah, put makeup on my face. That's fine,
Yeah.
But if it's like I just can't do casual, I can't. Like if
Yeah.
it's just like a random like Tuesday, I'll be like, no.
Everyone
thank
is
you.
beautiful the way they are. Oh, you should only be wearing makeup if it's for you, not because
And
you
if you
feel
like
pressure
it,
to.
and
Yeah.
if you like it, there are people who love makeup, and I'm like, you know
Yeah.
what, I'm all for it. I don't like makeup, but if it's a special event where it's like you
Yeah.
gotta get dolled up, there's
I
etiquette
love
there.
makeup. I hate that they try to market against insecurities to get you to buy makeup.
That part.
That's the part that's lame. Like you should use it as like an art tool in the way you buy colored pencils or things express yourself, or like a tattoo. Like when you're getting tattoos, they don't market it as like,
Yeah.
your skin is ugly without a tattoo. Like,
You're
what
expressing
I mean?
yourself.
But with all these
Mhm.
makeup ads and the way that I think these companies have tried to get you to make it
Buy
like,
it today and you
necessary.
won't look ugly.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
Yeah,
And
it
it's-
reminds me of those like when you were a kid and you would watch those like commercials that talked about getting rid of acne and like getting
Yeah.
rid of like pimples and stuff like that. They were like, look at the complexion now
Yeah.
because you use this like thing and call now to like get the and I'm like, what? I remember
Yeah.
even being a kid and I was just like, this is stupid. But I don't know. There's some people who genuinely have like, acne issues and stuff like that. But then you go to a doctor for it. You don't call like a random commercial, like
Yeah.
random brand here. and
Everyone's
stuff.
journey is different. Things work for different people
That's
and
true.
not others. Like, yeah.
Mhm,
But
mhm.
I think it would be nice if less companies tried to market at your insecurities, let alone, I mean, I talk to a lot of just like Instagram focused content creators. Because I
Sure.
would say you and I mean, would you agree? I think for me, like, I'm a Twitch person and YouTube, games focused person. And while I have Instagram, I'm not like an Instagram creator in terms of
Yeah.
there are, Instagram creators where how the photos look is like everything. And
Yeah.
so many of them like add a million filters, like
Oh, yeah.
Facetune, like all
Mhm,
this, and like
mhm.
I don't know. I get stressed thinking about the unrealistic expectations that
That's
people have.
I will say I think like apps like Instagram and
Yeah.
Snapchat kind of not ruined, but it's just like all of those filters, Snapchat especially.
Yeah.
Those filters were just like it made things unrealistic, like you said. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, I feel like you should be able to express yourself. To go back briefly on
Yeah.
like the acne stuff, I think that's why because I had eczema issues when I was a kid. Fun fact about me, woo.
Yeah.
But I think that's why I also don't put on makeup because my skin is just can get very irritable
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So maybe I just avoided it in general. I never had a reaction to makeup, but maybe I just avoided in
Yeah.
general to use it in like not excess, but in a routine.
Yeah.
So that my skin just like stays normal.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that's
Oh,
just me.
yeah. My skin hates me. My skin hates me. And it's this vicious cycle of use makeup to cover up your skin, which then makes your skin more irritable. It's a whole thing.
But it's also like again, you use it to express yourself, and
Yeah.
you use it to feel pretty. And I feel
Yeah.
like everyone should feel pretty.
Yeah.
I agree. I am
Yeah.
a big agreeer on that. I think no matter what you do or what cosplay you have or anything, like you
Yeah.
should be able to express yourself and feel pretty about it.
Yeah.
Be pretty
We
today.
should, okay, on the topic of cosplay, we should
Sure.
take bets. Random cosplay potential thing that we might see this weekend that's like an underrated, like not as likely. We know Expedition 33 is going to be everywhere, for example, but what's a cosplay that we could put on like on a bingo card of like, I wonder if we'll see something.
The Amazing
today.
Digital Circus.
Yeah, is that? Oh, yeah.
I'll show you.
Show me a character.
I'm gonna show you an image of Pomni, who is the main character in the Amazing Digital Circus. And if I see this cosplay,
Oh, you know
I'm gonna
who I
like
want
lose
to
it.
see? Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
Yeah, that's Pomni.
A little jester-like outfit. So
if I see that
cute.
today or this weekend, I'm gonna be like, whoa, that's
Okay, this
crazy.
is probably very possible because it's mainstream, but I want to see an Esquier. I want to see an Esquier.
If I
at
see that,
MAGFest.
if we see that during the meetup, I'm gonna lose it.
I
That'd
know
be
we need
so
so
funny.
many pictures. We're gonna take so many.
Shout out to, oh my god, another random thing about MAGFest. Shout out to the Danny DeVito shrine. This is like such a meme in MAGFest, but yeah, you heard it right. If you've never been to a MAGFest before, there is a corner of the convention that's dedicated to Danny DeVito, and people like give offerings.
Yes.
He will never receive them. I don't think so
Yeah.
anyway, but it's just a Danny DeVito shrine, and people send in random stuff, and it gets piled up by the
Yeah.
end of the weekend. It's so funny.
It is all different trinkets, from like $single bills to Pokemon cards to gum to like inappropriate redacted sanitary products.
I think one of the years that I was here, I think I saw like a DVD of Shrek 2 or something like that. It was like really weird stuff, but people do it.
Do you know why Danny DeVito was chosen? I don't know the MAGFest
no idea.
lore. I have no clue.
I suppose we'll figure it out, but I suppose Danny DeVito is as iconic of a person.
Yeah.
I can look up why is there a Danny DeVito shrine
At MAGFest?
in Washington, D.C. Sure.
Oh.
It's a viral shrine. This is an AI overview, so take this with a grain of salt, everybody. Famous viral shrine was a temporary secret creation by a student in a bathroom in SUNY Purchase College in New York. I guess they just like adopted like some random.
I don't know
like,
if this AI overview
I don't believe
is correct.
it. I don't believe
We're gonna
it.
have to fact check this and come back and figure it out.
The point is that it exists and it's incredible.
Yeah,
I
it is
love
great.
It's
It is
like
very funny. Now I kind of want to go through like the lore, and I think this convention is I wonder if it's definitely over 10 years old, maybe 20 years.
I believe it.
I'm trying to think how long this event's been going on. A long time, but
yeah.
It's rare to have an event that's all in just a hotel, like a giant hotel.
I will
con.
say, this hotel is massive. It's so huge, and so it's like the entire convention is indoors. There's the hotel, and I saw like last night there was like pilots that was like, they have nothing to do with the convention, but they're like, I would like to stay at this hotel. They didn't pay attention to like all the other cosplays and stuff like that. So this is a legitimate hotel, but there's also this massive convention happening.
Yeah.
Actually, pretty soon the doors are going to open for like the show
expo
floor
hall,
and stuff like that.
Yep.
So we might leave in a couple of minutes to go check that out. But it's a pretty massive convention. I'm excited to explore it.
I know.
And stuff.
Okay, you've got on your bingo card a cosplay.
Pomni.
I think I'm gonna put. I know SK is mainstream, but I really want to see one. Otherwise, who have I not seen in a while? Gosh. Okay, I think one of the coolest cosplays I've ever seen was an Urza Scarlet from Fairy Tale, but in one of her like diamond, like huge armor pieces.
Yeah.
I have not seen a cosplay of that in years, but it would be cool. It'd be cool to see a return of that.
What if we see like a Katamari?
Oh,
Katamari, just like with the ball, just like rolling
I feel
around.
like this is the place you would see.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of furries and stuff too.
yeah.
So there's a bunch. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think Pomni just because it's like very new at the moment, or like another Glitch production show is called The Knights of Guinevere.
Ooh.
There's only one pilot episode that I was locked in. I was like, oh my
did
god,
you
it's
watch?
so good.
Oh, I'm gonna forget the name of it. it was called like the art of, it was a YouTube pilot episode for something. I feel like it'd be up your alley.
Oh no.
Oh, what was it called? It was so cute. It was like this author who like created characters that were like different genres, from like a princess to like the edgy ninja. What was it called? It's killing me. I don't have, if I had my phone's in the Netherlands. I don't know where my phone is, not in
right
this
now
room.
doing a 10 pool in Uhamusume.
Yeah, probably. You know what, please.
And you're losing.
Christmas Ogre, come home by the time this episode's done, please. That would be great.
Oh my gosh. But I think this is a good time to end it. I think this was a pretty interesting talk, I suppose, right?
Yeah.
I'm just excited to like explore. Now we started like getting itching, and now I want to get up and run.
Glad every time I get to chat with you. It's so good to see you, and everyone listening. Thanks so much for being here. More in-person episodes coming. If we have time, we might shoot for one more while we're here.
Facts.
We'll see what we could do. It'll be an adventure, and we'll maybe plan it towards the end of the event, so we'll have more things to catch you all up on. But in the meantime, hope we were able to entertain you and catch you up on life and what's been going on.
Thank you to all the Patreon members that have been supporting us so far. They're going to be up on the screen. You guys are incredible.
Thank you.
And if you made it this far in the video, thanks for watching too. If you're on YouTube, watching like completely locked in, how we were talking about before, please subscribe.
Yes.
That would be awesome. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers.
That's right.
So
Woo!
yeah. But otherwise, that's it, y'all. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.